Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Captain America issue 16, 2023. Cool cap cover there, and this is the end of Straczynski's run, so we will see what kind of happens after this. We do have a Sam Wilson Captain America popping up in January. We will see how the main series takes over and what's kind of going on there. We have gotten some information on Spidey, and I'll bring that kind of up in here because Spidey's in this, and Doctor Strange as well, so we will kind of deal with that as this is going on. Hold on a minute. Not that. There we go. Yeah, we'll bring that up. So, let us dive into this. Okay, so we had seen Bill as being the anchor point, and we are kind of going through with that. Now, overall, most of the action in this kind of part kind of works out. However, the biggest kind of problem starts popping up mainly with the art, because they decided to go with this kind of camera negative kind of effect. And it really doesn't work because I just don't think it works with this art style, man. It just kind of fucks with it. We'll get into it. Kelda, we need to get him out of here fast. Bill, son of William, my love, Will, remain just where he is. For us to continue, he must stay here in the dark alone. After your burials, of course. Is that not correct, insect? There's... Oh, you wish to speak? Very well. Thus do I permit you the last breath you shall ever take. What is it you wish to say? There's someone behind you. And then we see, our Thor pop in and just smash the shit out of the other one. Brother of light, come to join us in the dark? Never. Then we shall take your light force for ourselves. You're welcome to try, as they start just like going at each other. Now, what I really kind of like is how this kind of paneling kind of booshes into Thor's hammer attack there. And it's kind of just like kind of circular there. That's actually really kind of cool. Dark or light, put my brothers together and they've always been dim. And where do you think you are going? Out. Yeah, out. You heard the man, so step aside, step thee aside, villain. What? Just trying to fit in, okay? It's thou, as in thou art now to die. And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, sure, Spidey has some weird kind of stuff and everything, but I mean, they kind of go out of their way to kind of fuck with him on this one. And then we see, I am assuming that Loki is doing, well, at least Dark Loki is doing, Force Lightning, essentially. As Spidey kind of does his kind of pose to jump away. Bill's kind of... some weird shit's going on. I don't know if this is like Loki building something to kind of cage him or whatnot. It's just... maybe? Not really clear. Take Bill to the surface. It is the only way to defeat them. Leave Loki to me. Now, I do kind of like, again, paneling going a little bit weird and different here. Cap, are you sure we should leave Thor? I think Thor can handle himself. And he isn't our concern right now. Our problem is everyone else. And then it's just like, it's just... there's not enough black definition here. It just starts to become like a white kind of like blues of like people. It's like, oh god. I found out that the dark Asgardians are only a little as strong as the real Asgardians, but a lot of them are still a lot of them. Yeah. This train doesn't stop for anyone or anything. Copy that. I may have to pee. Nobody's stopping you. It's like, oh, okay. And then we get to the fighting. And I mean, the poses look alright, though Cap looks kind of demented there. But again, it's the white and black. It fucks with shit. There's really no flow because you kind of have to put the colors either above or behind the white and black, and it kind of muddles placement, and it just fucks with what's kind of going on. It doesn't make the action clear, and it's just like, oh god, it needs more definition. Hey, I think you know how to use one of these. As we get Bill with a sword, it's like, alright, oh yeah. Now this one is a little bit better because there's, as you can see, more definition, at least on the other ones. Like, see this shield right here where my one finger is? Boop, boop, boop. That's kind of cool. This at least shows it in a better kind of light. And it's able to show the definition of the action going better forward. If you're doing action scenes, which I like action scenes, you need to make that clear. Let's see here. Oh, look, and then we've got a thing for Sam Wilson, Captain America. Why do you seek to delay me, Kelda? If Dark Asgard falls, we will no longer exist. We'll be absorbed back into our other, still living selves. But you and the others who no longer have living bodies to return to, nothing to hold you to the world outside, what happens to you? I don't know. So you're willing to die again, to cease to exist for your love 1,000 times. As she starts going hambo-jambo. Now, her bit here kind of works, but there's less definition in her face, but more definition in that axe, which is actually pretty nice. And again, different kind of paneling to showcase movement and everything. We're almost there. Keep going. It's too narrow for them to come at us in force. Don't slow down. Don't stop. Keep moving toward the light. As we see them getting towards there. Cap using his shield to bash through shit. And this is actually a pretty good scene. Because we're pretty much done with the fucking negative shit. As we get out. I don't understand. Bringing him out was supposed to restore Broxton. But nothing's happening. We must have missed something. Bill, my love, Kelda. I have fought for you and missed you for so long. I know, but I'm here now. We're here. I know. Loki said there's nothing to hold me here. He's wrong. He's wrong. As they kiss. And of course that starts throwing everything up. Cap? Yes? What's that? Birth cry. As shit starts going, it's like, fuck me! Come what may, know that I love you. I love you. And then we see shit kind of going even weirder, but we still get that fucking negative shit. It's like, I die. No, you shall live. In me, we shall live. Then there's something you must know. I can't see anything. What's happening? Something beautiful. And we don't know. It's like, okay, we'll have to see what goes on with that. Broxton lives again, and then we see the people. It's like, yay, the town's alright. We get also a thing for Immortal Thor. Cool. No, she's here. I will always be here. Take a picture to last longer. Buzz off. Copy that. It's like, oh. I think there would be like a better Spidey quip there or whatnot. I swear, they just make it so that way they're like going at each other for almost no reason other than to have them go after each other. It felt a little bit better when Spidey had this kind of issues with coming back from the whole kind of other dimension in his own Spidey series. I don't know, man. It's as if none of it ever happened. Like they just blinked one day, then blinked again, and they were back. It is good for their. It's for their own good. There are things no mortals should see or remember. I was once in a room when Wolverine farted. One such event clearly. Okay, sure. Again, it's more just not landing with me. If it lands with you and the characterization, that's cool. Here's what I think. I think we should get married before something else wacky happens. That is, do Asgardians get married? Yes. And yes. It's like, okie dokie. Cool. Yes! I will have Lady Sif open the Rainbow Bridge to take you wherever you wish to go. Home, for sure. I owe you much for what you did here, Stephen. And me. Yes, of course. I was just getting to that. If you, either of you, should ever have need of me, I will come at once. No effort is too small. My lady friend is hosting a kid's birthday party for a friend. Almost no effort is too small. It's like, I know Spidey's probably making a joke there, but the weird characterization, man. I'll return in a moment, and we shall leave. The rye bread here is extraordinary. And then we see Spidey and Cap talking. Speaking of thanks, I just wanted to say thanks for coming along on this. It mattered. Broxton's a long way from New York, that's for sure. Still, neighbors are neighbors. Distance has nothing to do with it. You look after each other. Before the Civil War, the country was referred to as these United States. A loose consortium. After the war, it was the United States. But lately, it feels like we've gone back to these United States. Like we're pulling in different directions, forgetting we're all in this together. The common coin of our shared humanity doesn't stop at the state line. I've heard you describe yourself sometimes as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But what's a country except one big neighborhood? Yeah, that's valid, but if you take that logic to the extreme, then the whole world is just one great big neighborhood. I've heard sillier ideas. Going in for the rye bread. You coming? Right behind you. Alzeni's Bakery. Bread and pasta, the best since 1938. But thanks to the readers who stuck around during this diversion are about to embark on a remarkable journey with a new team. It's like, okay, what's going on there? I don't know if they're referring to the Sam Wilson cap or whatnot. But thanks also to Alana Smith, Caitlin Lindvet, M.R. Daniel, Jesus Saez, Carlos Magno, and all the other massive talents involved with this effort. Onward and with luck, upward. JMS. Yeah, I think it. And then, of course, it shows us for what's going on with Sam Wilson, Captain America. When Captain America attends a birthday party for Isaiah Bradley, he catches wind of a new tech venture that sounds too good to be true. Magnificent floating platforms in the sky where the disenfranchised can apply for land grants and establish their own farms. Yes, any new tech venture is like, what? What does it do? What the fuck is its thing? And even if it sounds too good to be true, it definitely probably is. But after Sam discovers the organization's dark underbelly, he'll have to tangle with its head of security, Red Hulk, Greg Pak, Incredible Hulk, Weapon H, Evan Narcisse, Rise of the Black Panther. If I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, I'm very sorry. And Eder Messias, Phases of the Moon Knight, again, join forces for a high-flying cap adventure. And I am checking that out, and it'll be cool to kind of see. So, I think this was kind of cool that it brought back Broxton and brought back Bill and Kelda. My whole thing is that the characterizations just felt off, which is kind of strange because I really didn't read JMS's Spider-Man, so I've got no basis on that. But the way Spidey is played off is, I mean, there is a kind of loser quality that comes off on Spidey, but it is hammered to a fucking extreme on this. And Cap just doesn't feel right in how he responds to certain things. He's been kind of all over the place in certain kind of instances with this run for me. So it really isn't my favorite, but I mean, there were certain ones in the previous run where it's like, why is Cap acting like this? This is completely and utterly stupid. Why are they fighting each other? What the fuck's going on here? So it doesn't reach that kind of level, but it's a different kind of off-puttingness for me. Thor was alright kind of in the beginning of this, and then was kind of like doing the same kind of stuff that Cap was to Spidey. These heroes respect Spidey. I mean, it just kind of boggles my mind. That's kind of all. My biggest problem is the art with choosing to do the kind of negative inverse kind of thing for Dark Asgard. And that mainly just hampers the action, flow, the amount of detail you've got to do. It just, becomes a mess for me. That's my biggest kind of problem with it. I don't really fault the artist for it. It's just a hard fucking thing to do. So we'll just kind of have to see. I would prefer not to have that done on comics because of how hard the kind of thing is. So those are my big kind of issues. But having Broxton restored, having Bill and Kelda back in the field, that's kind of interesting. We'll see how that trickles into potentially Immortal Thor at any kind of point. But I'm looking forward to Sam Wilson, Captain America. I'm looking forward to what a new kind of creative team will be doing. Let us do. Now, it's mainly because this brings up certain kind of things. Where are you, son of a bitch? Okay. So, just little kind of things. We are going to be getting The Amazing Spider-Man relaunched in 2025 in April with a brand new #1. It will be done by Joe Kelly. Pepe Larraz, who did Blood Hunt, which I really loved his art, so yay! And longtime artist John Romita Jr. So that really is going to be interesting. I've been enjoying Joe Kelly's kind of work with Spidey so far. Nothing kind of really messing with me at the moment. He seems to be more pairing Peter with Black Cat. So we'll see how that kind of works out and where they kind of take this kind of run. Let me see here. Uphill battle to find a job, while also dealing with the Rhino. Seems to be a shadowy mastermind manipulating Spidey into a conflict with some of his biggest villains. One of those villains is a character fans haven't seen in 7 years, and he guesses. The book will also heavily focus on the recently redeemed and goblin-free Norman Osborn, as well as Peter's new girlfriend, Shay. So, I'm glad that they're not completely dropping Shay. We'll kind of see how that kind of works out. And I'm glad they're not dropping the Norman Osborn kind of stuff. So, I am looking forward to that. And we are also getting Doctor Strange of Asgard. Sorry if there's glare. That's coming out in March. Written by Derek Landy, art by Carlos Magno. So we'll kind of see how that kind of works out. Covered by Jeff Shaw. So we'll see how that works. Okay, he was tricked. Now Doom is ruling the world, and Stephen Strange is experiencing a bit of an identity crisis, searching for purpose and maybe revenge. He travels to Asgard to see if Thor's kingdom might be looking for a sorcerer supreme of its own. Loki's willing to help, but that help comes with a wicked catch, and Strange quickly realizes that becoming Asgard's top magical authority is going to be more complicated than he thought. And doing stuff in the underground and not underground, but like street level Asgardian society, which is kind of interesting take. So we'll see what's kind of going to be going on there. I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out at least, because I like a Doctor Strange kind of title, because I like the supernatural and the mystical. I mean, if I had more time and money and everything like that, I would definitely go more into different kind of aspects and definitely have like Ghost Rider and all these ones. But at the moment, the ones that I'm focusing on, we'll kind of see what happens on these issues kind of popping up. Definitely looking forward to checking out Spidey, seeing if it works for me or not. Definitely, hopefully we get more interesting kind of Cap stuff as well as Strange. I just thought it would be interesting to put those kind of ones in there to detail them, because they're important with what's kind of going on, since I review Spidey and I've reviewed Doctor Strange, and I'm happy that Strange is coming back. Sounds like an interesting kind of setup with One World Under Doom. We'll see how this kind of relaunch is going for Spidey. I was wondering what they were going to be doing with that, and I'm definitely good to check out Sam Wilson, Captain America, and dealing with the Red Hulk, and hopefully we'll get more information soon on the on the mainline Cap series. I don't know how Sam Wilson, Captain America's, unless they're going to dovetail this into the new mainline. We'll see how that works out, because there have been ones that have straddled that and added to Cap's legacy numberings as well, which makes sense. So we'll see how that kind of works out. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.